I'm going to show you guys my toys. I'm going to show you guys my toys, my plushies, my video games, my books, my manga. It doesn't matter. And video game consoles. I'm going to do all of that again, but it's going to be, this year, 2025 edition. So we're going to go ahead and do that because I think it's kind of important to kind of, show up my stuff. So why not do it? So we're going to start with plushies and stuff, maybe go into books and then save video games and video game consoles for last because that has a lot of changes. But before, we go into the intro / I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a miscellaneous stuff. Miscellaneous means like stuff like a random God of War book. I have a God of War 3 book that I'm not sure if I wanted to put in the book section of this video, but I'm going to put it here to kind of show off that I have a God of War 3 kind of booklet that goes into like the background, the lore of God of War 3. Just thought it'd be cool to show off, and stuff like that. Let me see what other miscellaneous. Okay, just random stuff. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now, other than that, miscellaneous and maybe a couple things, like maybe a hat collection, somewhat, You know what, actually, maybe I should go into hats, too. Like, I'll talk about, my main cap for a little bit before we go into other things. But, here we go. I have my main cap that I wear all the time. This is a Boston Scally Cape Codder cap. This is the hat I'd be wearing in most of my videos now, / a lot of my videos now, mainly because I just think it's nice. And I think it's nice. It's better than my other, well, it's not better. I don't know. It's kind of a mix, because sometimes I feel like I do want to wear this some days, other days I just don't. But I got this hat from my dad. My dad gave this to me a long time ago. This hat. I have way more hats, I can show off. Actually, we're going to start with intro and hats for this. Louis also has his very own same hat as me, the little scallywag. It's more fluffier. It's a more fluffier version. There's some green underneath there. You see that? You see that? Then we got, I think other caps somewhere. I don't know which part of the room they're in. Probably in here or in one of my dressers somewhere. But I had way more hats at a point. Then we got my straw hat here. That costed me over 100 USD. Or about 100 USD. It's a little bit bent now since all I do is kind of leave it with my other hats. But I have my straw hat right here. Which, it is a good hat, but I just haven't worn it. This is what I used to wear all the time in my videos. All the time. I used to wear this all the time, but I don't know. Nowadays, I probably could sell it for something. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. But that hat exists. This hat I only wore once because this was a hat I got from my dad when he went to Las Vegas right before 2025 hit. And I like it, I kind of like it, I don't like it at the same time, mainly because it is a weird hat. In retrospect, it is a weird hat. This straw hat here, my orange one that I haven't worn in a very long time, this straw hat my dad gave to me on our trip to Sedona because my dad wanted a bigger hat for me when we were going to Sedona and stuff. So he got me a bigger orange or straw hat. The only issue I have with this cap is the pinchers. I always like my straw hats and my have to have that round edge to them, not this pinch edge that I can make little crab claws out of. But for now, those are all my hats, other than maybe the hat you see sometimes, aka the Heart and Soul cap, which, again, I have no idea where those things went. To be honest with you, I really have no idea where that went. But my other hats do include, I think I have a couple more of these. I got a few beanies. I got a few other hats, like the blue iconic, Heart and Soul cap, and then maybe a few other things. Anyways, let's move on to the next category, plushies and action figures and all that other sort of stuff. So, let us start here. Okay, so this Mario plushie my brother brought home. Luigi and Mario both kind of have the same story, but this Mario here, my brother brought back home with him because he felt like I needed a new Mario Luigi, which I'll get into my way older plushies of Mario Luigi that I had for years later on in the video, but this was like my newest, most improved Mario. It looks like it's from New Super Mario Bros, but yeah, I got it like, I would say probably earlier 2025. Got that Luigi, or Mario. I got this Luigi right here, the same story. Louis brought back home Mario Luigi because he was like, okay, you wanted more updated Mario Luigi. I get it, the older plush are getting a little bit too old, so here's a new and improved Luigi. Alright. Now, this one has a story, so I don't know how to explain this one, but I went dumpster diving, and I found a backpack with a little bit of change, and a little bit of, well, not dumpster diving. I didn't go dumpster diving for this, but I went dumpster diving to get them back. But anyways, it's complicated because there was this bag that was found in the middle of the street, and I didn't want like cars, like tires getting stuck or anything of the sort. It was just a random bag, and I felt something in it, so I just randomly picked it up one day, and I looked inside, and I found this Luigi, but I didn't want this Luigi at first, like this little keychain Luigi that this random dude had, that I don't know whose bag it was, but after I threw the bag in the trash, I kind of regretted my decision throwing this little super RPG kind of sort of looking Luigi thing out. Still smells really sweet, like cinnamon or something. I don't know why, but it has that strange smell to it still. Anyways, but yeah, that's how I got him. I got him due to me just kind of sort of semi-dumpster diving for him, but also he was in a bag. Anyways, this Saitama plush that I had, you can see the next couple of ones we're going to talk about here in a second, but this Saitama plush I got at a Comic-Con way back, I think in 2016, 2017, I got this Saitama plush. Hey, welcome to the stream, Paul. I got this Saitama plush then. I kind of ripped off his belt. That's why he hasn't had a belt, and kind of just a small little hole right there. But, because I was a kid, and I'm very rough with my plushies back then, so that's why, like, I threw them, and I played with them pretty rough, and, you know, all that stuff. But anyways, I got this Saitama then, and it was really cool, and yeah, it was an awesome time at that Comic-Con getting that Saitama. Louis, hello, I'm Dr. Neocortex, ha 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 ha. I do sound like Neocortex, Lex Lang's Neocortex, but this Neocortex, my brother went to another con, I think in 2024, 2025-ish, somewhere in 2025, since I know we're in October of 2025, so I think it was earlier this year, where my brother went to a con, and said, you know what, I kind of want to get something for Alex/Alan, you know, my brother, so, because I don't want it just being about me here, so he brought me back a Neocortex plush. He knows how much I love Crash Bandicoot, and he brought me back Neocortex. I gotta try and set them up sometime. I'm gonna try and do that later. I'll just have them like this. I don't know. Luffy here. This is one of my older plushies, but I think I also got him at the same con. Or it's either I got him on a con or I got him online. I kind of forgot like how I got this Luffy, but he didn't come looking like this. He had the New World shit on, and that's a big asshole. Yeah, this Luffy has been my only Luffy, other than Statue Luffy, which is long gone now. I don't have the other Luffy anymore, but I have this Luffy, and I love this Luffy. He's been in my videos ever since, and yeah, man, he's just Luffy. He's cool. I might show posters too, so we'll get to posters when we get to them. This Ryuko plushie goes way back, because this is one of my oldest plushies, because what's the rarest Mario you have? Medium cash? I don't know what my rarest Mario is. I think it's my oldest Mario. That's probably my rarest Mario that I had. But this Ryuko Matoi, I was obsessed with Kill la Kill back before it got like crazy popular, before you guys know it as, oh, the chick from the PogChamp meme, or the chick that's always paired up with Deku for some reason, or whatever, like before all of that. I'm talking like when her anime was just booming, or not just booming, but it was already booming for a couple of years. They were still doing reruns on like Toonami and shit. And this is when I was really into Kill la Kill. It's like one of my favorite animes, if not my favorite anime at that point in time. And forever ago, it's not on YouTube anymore, but I did an unboxing. I think it was back in 2015, 2016, where I was having like Ryuko profile pictures and Ryuko Matoi intros. I was just obsessed with Kill la Kill, okay? I was not like a stupid crazy fan or anything that would do like, oh, I obsess over the littlest things or something like that, but this Ryuko, I remember unboxing her back, I think 2015, 2016, like I just said, and it was one of the coolest moments of my life because I never had a Ryuko plushie, or I think she was one of my first anime plushies I ever got, and I think my dad was the one who ordered it for me because he knew how much I loved Kill la Kill. And ever since then, I have had a Kill la Kill plushie. I've had a Ryuko plushie. I don't have a Sans plushie, sadly. I don't have that. Here is my brother's Goku Black Funko Pop. I can't tell you when he got it, but he got it. He got it and he has it. Okay. But my brother down here has some Dragon Ball ones, like Android 18, got a random ass bear back there. We really do need to clean up this closet. But anyways, so Android 18 right here. We got Vegeta, which Louis had this Vegeta for a long time. Krillin, Piccolo, Goku over there, just right there in that section right there, so that's nice. Probably should show off characters that are right here. Woody, right here. I've gotten this Woody because my brother, it was back in, I think 2024, 2025, earlier this year, my brother was like, you know what? I remember one of the oldest toys you used to play with, other than like maybe a Superman figure or something like that. I used to play with Woody dolls / plushies or figurines, whatever you want to call it, all the time. I used to have like a campsite Woody, like when Woody used to have different outfits and fits, I used to actually rock it. And my brother said, you know what? I'm going to grab you another Woody figure so that way, you know, you can maybe make up little adventures with Woody and, you know, meeting with Woody and stuff. You guys remember those videos and stuff. So I was kind of happy that I got another Woody. I never thought in a million years I would actually have / own another Woody. Okay. Don't know why Daisy's sitting like that. Help me. But my brother, I think one day got himself Daisy. I can't remember where he got this Daisy. We used to have Peach, but we gave her to Zia Records. A lot of characters we used to have, but we gave to Zia Records. It's a whole thing with that. But, yeah, my brother just got himself Daisy one day and said, this is my plush. I don't have a Daisy plush of my own. I used to have an action figure of Daisy, but I don't have a Daisy plush. But, my brother also has a Link and Zelda from, you guessed it, like, I almost said Twilight Princess, but no, Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom over here. Well, mainly Breath of the Wild versions of them, because Tears of the Kingdom doesn't have official plushies. But yeah, it's a whole thing. My brother got them. This is a random Fire Luigi that we turned into the character called Randy. Weird. His whole thing is that he was weird and he was gay. That was his whole character stick. Like, he acted like Michael Jackson or something like that. But anyways, let us move on to the plushies and figurines on this side of the desk. Okay. So, yes, we do have some Bibles. Those can count as books, I guess. Louis does have a random fairy tale thing right there. That's why I'm kind of counting as miscellaneous. A little bit. Just whatever. I know this video is kind of messy compared to the other one. My brother has a Aphmau, Aaron, Meow. My brother also loves Glitch, so she loves the one main chick from Murder Drones. Tari from Meta Runner. And then this Steve, okay, so this Steve right here, I found this Steve and a random Zyrtec right there for my brother's allergies. Funny enough, how that all comes together. But anyway, so this Steve was in a trash bag outside the trash. I was walking my dog one day, and I found this bag full of toys and plushies. on the side of the street, like just near the trash can, because this family was throwing their stuff out. And I was like, yo, this is a perfectly good Steve plush. And I went in that bag and found Steve and other characters that I'm going to talk about here in a second. But I found Steve, and I got this for Louis because I know how much Louis loves Minecraft / Steve himself. So he's a big Minecraft guy. So I was like, you know what? After everything Louis done for me, let me see if I can find something for him. And Steve is what I found for him in that little trash bag thing. Anyways, let us move on. So I used to cut out characters all the goddamn time, like 24/7, 7 days a week back then when I was younger. And this is one of my more recent cutouts, but I made my very own Gino little action figure. Well, not action figure, but I made my little Gino cutout out of like cardboard paper, out of this like Batman DC thing, because I was just like, they're never going to make an official Gino plush, so I might as well just make my fucking own Gino, which actually looks pretty damn good, all things considering. It actually looks really good. I actually really like the Gino. Though, I wish I colored his hair in orange right here, his little hair thing on the side here. I wish I colored that orange. But anyways, my brother got me Donkey Kong. Look, DK! Yeah, DK! You know, no, DK. Okay, I gotta stop. But my brother got me Donkey Kong because, you know, I really wanted a Donkey Kong plush. I haven't had a DK plush in many years, so it kind of turned into, oh shit, like, can I get a Donkey Kong plush? And this was one of the best plushes I ever got. I even have an unboxing of it on my channel. Toad, I don't remember exactly when I got Toad, but I just remember Louis pulled up with, like, Toad, I think a Goomba, and a mushroom or something at one point, but I was just like, okay, I'll accept Toad. Now, these guys are some of my oldest Mario and Luigi plushies I've ever had. If you guys remember them in the earliest Luigi's Wacky Adventure videos, and even some of my Meeting With videos, you guys know that these plushies right here are some of the oldest I have in my collection, based off the new Super Mario Bros. Franchise of plushies. So, and yeah, I know they're pretty dirty, but still, like, they're up there, you know. That's why I have these guys, the newer guys right there. But I have those guys still, too. This Santa Claus that I made, or not made, I didn't make this plushie, but I remember, I think I either got him from the trash, or I just found him one day, or Louis just bought him one day, and that happened. This is arguably my most rare Mario character. This Yoshi, my dad got me back in like 2008 or 9. So I've had this Yoshi. This is one of my first Yoshis I've ever had in my entire life. And I still own this plushie to this very day. This is one of my oldest. It's actually older than those two Mario Bros up there. But this Yoshi has survived thick and thin with me. He's been in so many of my videos. Even back 9-10 years ago, back in 2014, he was a part of the videos. Holy shit. Thank you for 500 bits. Or jewels. I appreciate that. But anyways, I digress. Boom. There goes Yoshi. Oh, and I made this recently, but this used to be a Luigi plush. This used to be a Luigi figure that I made, or not made. This used to just be a random Luigi plush, another Luigi that I had, one of my older Luigis. And just yesterday, I decided to blast Mr. L's music, because I was like, you know what? I love Mr. L from Super Paper Mario. I want to have my very own Mr. L. And I always knew that I was never going to have enough money because SD makes them super expensive to have / make. So I was like, you know what? Let me just make my very own. So I got some duct tape, or Gorilla Glue tape to cover the entire body black because Mr. L rocks black. I decided to get a piece of paper, color both sides green as best I could because with the only green crayon I had, to make his scarf and his belt. I actually did get a brown, as you can see, and a little yellow, and yeah. And then I did the same for his little mask right here, and I just did it, man. I did it. I created my own Mr. L because I could. And it's actually one of my finest creations yet, Mr. L, making Mr. L. I might make Mr. use that Mario to make Mr. M. Maybe one day I will make Mr. M. Because I remember, I think Ronnie and other people asked me, yo, are you going to make Mr. M and stuff? But yeah, that happened. This Sonic plushie, okay, so Movie Sonic. Funny enough, let me tell you how I got Movie Sonic. So Movie Sonic, how I got him, it's for the same story as Steve. I found him in that same trash bin when I was walking Miss Pip around the neighborhood. And I actually just got this Sonic plush in the same trash. And I picked him up. I brought Pip home really quickly. I showed my brother this Movie Sonic. And I was going to actually do like a Luigi's Wacky Adventures where we introduce him to all of the entire cast. And I thought this would be like a really cool idea to have like a Movie Sonic kind of like, oh, hey guys, I'm Movie Sonic. Oh, hell no, you know, or something like that. We get into like that type of stuff or whatever. But this Movie Sonic was one of my best finds in the trash, / near that same trash bag bin thing. Anyways, Rosalina, my brother just got me because he was like, you know, you've never had a Rosalina plush. Let me bless you with something. Wario, I actually had my brother order. Because I remember I was like, I want a Wario plush. I never had a Wario plush, so I want the Wario plush. Right? And my brother was like, okay, I'll buy you a Wario plush. And I got a Wario plush like weeks later. I think this was also in 2025 too. Waluigi, my brother and I, we had a goal in life. We wanted to have a Waluigi plush. Because keep in mind, I never had a figure of Waluigi. I never owned Waluigi. I always seen him in the games. I've always liked him in the games, but I never got to have him. And my brother one day pulled up and said, Alan, guess what? And I was like, what? I got this. And showed me Waluigi. The smile on my face when I saw Waluigi was one of the happiest days of my life. Finally, I own a Waluigi plushie, and it's amazing that I own one. Koopa Troopa, he's also one of the oldest characters I've ever had in this roster because he's lasted 5, 10, 6, 10, 11, 12 years, I think I had that Koopa Troopa, but that exists. Sonic and Shadow, I remember my brother ordered them for me because I was like, you know what? You know who I haven't had in a long time, and I think this was back in 2024 when I got them? A Sonic and Shadow plush. I kind of wish I did unboxings of both Sonic and Shadow, to be honest with you. I'm going to be so honest. I wish I had an unboxing video for both these guys, but so I can give you the actual date and stuff when I got them, instead of just second-guessing the dates and stuff. But I think it was where 2024 or something like that, somewhere around that year, or maybe 2025 where I got these guys, because my brother was like, you know what? Yeah, let's have a Sonic and Shadow join Luigi's Wacky Adventures and stuff and all that. Bowser and Bowser Jr., my brother wanted Jr. so bad he ordered him. That's what happened. And with Bowser, I think I asked Louis for Bowser and said, yo, we need a Bowser plush in here right now. And Louis is like, dude, freaking bet. We got Mario and Luigi. We made to get Bowser up in here. This Mario 2, I found him in the trash. The same trash, same with this little Naruto figure. The same as Movie Sonic and the same as Steve. I found them all in the same little trash bag. Even like a Godzilla toy and all that other sort of stuff in there. I have that in there. That Goat Tanks is my brother's up there. This, my dad just randomly came home. He went to Zia Records. He was having one of the weirdest days of his life. I won't go into serious detail, but he was something that day. And my dad just came home and got me this Super Mario 3D World Bowser's plus Bowser's Fury, Cat Mario, Cat Peach, Cat Luigi figures. Never had Cat Mario figures until then. But anyways, that's awesome that my dad gave me. And I left it in the box out of respect because I didn't want to fucking damage those figures or leave them standing here like the rest, you know. And I'm not trying to say that I don't care about the rest just as much. I just didn't want to open this because maybe one day I will give it away or one day something will happen to it. And I kind of want to keep it as like a souvenir. Like, oh yeah, I got this. And it's my first ever Cat Mario figure. So I kind of want to keep it in its box. Then we got our headphones right there. I also drew / did cutouts of Spampton G. Spampton. I also have tons of other drawings of him, but since I didn't have pink, I colored in his eye blue. But this is the Spampton little cutout you saw in a couple of my videos with the Spampton stuff. Lubit, he's dead. He's dead asleep. There you go. There goes your Lubit cameo for the day. But yeah, this Spampton little cutout I made, it took me like 20-30 minutes to make or draw out. Actually, I wouldn't say 20, 30 minutes. I think it took me like 10, 15 minutes to make, but this is the spam thing that you guys saw in those videos. And I think I'm done with plushies. Oh, and also in this red box, there's tons of books and other things in here. So that kind of counts as like a miscellaneous. Okay, now let us move on to the video games. So let us move on. I'm going to grab all my video stuff, but we're going to start with an obvious one right here. Before I go to the Wii and stuff, we are going to start with the PS5 stuff. Okay, so the PS5 itself, my brother got the PS5 back in 2020. You know what? I'm not actually... Hey, Louis, when'd you get the PS5 again? Quickly.
February 14th.
What year?
Last year.
2024, February?
Yes.
Of 2014? Yeah, so my brother really wanted the PS5 because his PS4 sounded like a jet engine and he really wanted to move to next gen. So there goes that. Alright, but now let me show you the games. So I have tons of games on here. Like Louis' games, Batman Arkham Knight, Deltarune, one of my absolute favorites. Thanks to Louis for him buying it that day. Minecraft, Roblox, Capcom Arcade Second Stadium, Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, Marvel Rivals. I don't play a lot of this stuff anymore. Eden Zero, Batman Arkham Origins, thanks to Ronnie's account. Pac-Man, Batman Arkham City, you know, Sparking Zero, Xenoverse, Fighters, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2, Minecraft, Stardew Valley, and this is just, like, the ones that are installed right here. We also have, like, my collection of games right here. Cuphead, which I don't know if anybody still wants me to do the DLC. No one's asked for it, so I haven't done it. Sly 2, Mega Man Zero, you know, look at all this. This is like all of my PS5 games right here that are all digitalized and whatnot. And also, some of these games are also a mix of like Rene YT games because Rene gave me his PS5 account. So there's a lot of games in here that are mine, but there's also a lot of games that are his and he gave them to me through his account. So that's how I was able to play like a lot of these. And I played a lot of PlayStation 5 games in my time, which honestly was a fun time, but honestly it's too damn stressful for me to be doing that stuff. Anyways, other than all that, the PS5 games, let us move on to the to a little baby bit. But in my closet, underneath all of my characters, I actually have a PS3 Slim actually. Me, Dad, and Louie found the PS3. Here, I'm going to move the player so you guys can see it a little bit and be like, oh yeah, that's a legit PS3. As you can see, freaking move the thing. Oh my god, my hand shadow's in the way. You get it. It's a PS3 Slim that my dad had in the back. And what I mean in the back is like in his room for a long time. That me and Dad, we went in our room, or his room, when we were trying to clean it out and do some stuff a couple years back. We found, I think it was like 2-3 years back, we found a PS3 Slim in there, and we thought it would be a cool idea to hook it up and see what type of games they had on it or whatever. And there isn't much on my PS3 other than Crash Bandicoot 2 Strikes Back, like the full game, and then I think there was like a demo or two of another game on there that wasn't really all that as well. So we have all that for PS3 in there. I do also have a couple of PS3 games. Like I actually do own this Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD collection. I legit, on one of my YouTube paychecks, me and my brother went to Fallout Games, and my brother really wanted something, because I was going to go there to buy games for content for my channel at the time, and my brother was like, hey, I kind of want this game, can you spend the extra money and buy it, you know, and all that, and I was like, you know what, yeah, I'll buy this for you and stuff, so you can have a Dragon Ball game to play, and I know you wanted to play the Budokai games for a while, like the actual Budokai games, not Shin Budokai and stuff on the well, I'm not saying Shin Budokai isn't a Budokai game, but you get it, right? My brother wanted to really play Budokai, and I was like, okay, I bet, here you go. All that. Also, we do have Batman Arkham Origins for the PS3 as well, but because our PS3 controller is broken / doesn't work anymore. Can't really show that off. But, yeah, those are our PS3 games. Okay, a little bit there. Let me scoot over to my other stuff that I have in here real quick for video games. Okay, because I got a lot of video games and a lot of stuff down here. So, as you can see, I think there was something here. I'm going to have to look through it. We'll look through it a little bit, but we got some other shit. There's some PS1 games in there and a lot of other books, which I'm going to show off books probably last. All that. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the real deal right here. So, we're going to pull out all of my Wii stuff. Everything Wii. And I'm going to bring it over to the desk. And I'm going to show you each thing individually. And all that other sort of stuff. All the good stuff. All of my Wii stuff going over there. All of it. Well, except for like extra Wii stuff. Oh, and if you guys want a little thing, my dad also gave me a little sticker that flashes to Mario Luigi, a little Yoshi Mario thing, which is really cool in there too. Okay. So, this is going to be a lot. We got a lot to talk about right here. This is my Wii console that my brother got me back in 2020. I think either 3 or 4, something like that. But, yeah, that happened. So, yeah. Anyways, other than that, let me go ahead, get some stuff moved so I can show you the Wii games. So this is still the Wii games category right here. All right. So, the first batch of Wii games. I'm going to talk about this. So, we're going to talk about them each individually. So, this is going to be a kind of cool little bit. And then I'll pull out the stuff down there, and we'll talk about books, manga, all that stuff, and maybe close out the video. So, Sonic Unleashed for the Wii. I used to have this game. This was one of my first games that I owned for my Wii. Because I remember I was playing it because I wanted to make a Sonic Unleashed Wii review, and because this is the only Sonic Unleashed I actually enjoy playing that isn't, because like I did play the PS3 version, but we all know what happened if you watched my review on the PS3 version, why that didn't go quite as planned. But I wanted to play this. I played it for the first time, made it all the way to the final boss. I rage quit. I broke my original copy of Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, and that was a couple of years ago. That wasn't like today. Today, I have this new copy that I asked Louis to buy using one of my YouTube payments. Not full payment, but it was like 20 bucks. I think it was like 15, 20, 30-ish bucks. So it was kind of steep for Sonic Unleashed for the Wii. Wasn't cheap. It has its game case in here. It has its manual. I was thinking of maybe giving this away to Zia Records. I was thinking about it because I don't know if I am going to be like playing video games or that much of them ever again. So, I don't know. Maybe this one will always remain in my unfinished list of games. But Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, this was really cool. I got this one. I love this one. Everybody knows my history with Punch-Out Wii. I played this game religiously because I was a huge Punch-Out fan. I still am. I would still love if Nintendo made a brand new one. Z Records? No, Zia, like Z-I-A Records. Or Zia Records. It's Zia, but I say Zia all the time. But because I pronounce things wrong, so that's how that happens. But yeah, Punch-Out Wii right here. I love this game to death. I played it a million times. I broke my original copy because I kind of believed that I was never going to play this again. And also on top of that, I kind of hit a roadblock with this game in terms of skill. Like, my skills weren't improving anymore. I just couldn't improve in this game, which is why I stopped really playing this game, because, like, I can't really do everything in the game as much as I could before at one point. So, that's why I stopped playing Punch-Out Wii, and I only go back to it every so often. So that's the sad history of that game. But it's still a good game. Punch-Out Wii is still one of my favorites on the Wii of all time. Without a doubt. Wario Land Shake It. So, me and my brother, we went to Zia Records for Wario Land Shake It. Sorry, my camera is so bright today. I don't know why, but Wario Land Shake It is the game I'm talking about right here. Basically, in Zia, back in 2023, 2024-ish, when I got my Wii, we were looking for Wii games at Zia Records, and on the shelf, I saw Super Paper Mario, which the game did not work, which I had to return them to Zia Records, said the game didn't work, what the fuck. But this, I saw this game, and I said, Louis, we have to buy this. I literally told Louis, because keep in mind, at this point in time, I was a Wario Land fanatic. I loved Wario Land so much, I wanted to get my hands on every single entry and play the out of it. Because Wario Land platformers was my shizzle. I even have a full playthrough of Wario Land Chicken. Not in one video. Maybe one day I'll come back and do an entire playthrough in one stream of this game. Maybe. That's a really high maybe. But I do have a playthrough of my Wario Land Shake It videos. Fun game. Final boss was a pain in the butt though. And I did not like dealing with it. But Wario Land Shake It, this was a masterpiece of a game. And funny enough, this is from Goodfield, the same company that makes the Yoshi games. So, that's a fun fact for you right there about Wario Land Shake It. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, me and my brother, we've had Super Mario Galaxy 2, and you can see we even have the Join the Nintendo Fan Club, so that's how you know this is an old copy, and then the manual right behind it. And then here's the game case a little bit, which I kind of just sinned because I didn't show off the Punch-Out case. Hold on, let me show you that real quick. There you go. There goes the Punch-Out case. Well, let me show you that Wario Land Chicken case. Here you go. Look at the Wario Land Chicken case. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Also, we have like the little pamphlet, but we also have like the little Wario joint thing and also like Nintendo's little promotion thing. And then I think even behind that, we do have the Wario Land Shake It little thing, the little manual. So that's something. Anyways, back to Super Mario Galaxy 2. So Super Mario Galaxy 2 was probably another one of the first Wii games I ever got to come back and play. This game, I have spent many hours playing Galaxy 2. You guys know that I'm infamous for raging on Super Mario Galaxy 2. This series I started on YouTube, Super Mario Galaxy 2, and playing it. I think I played it like over a year or two ago. I have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 videos of Galaxy 2. I did everything in this game twice, meaning I did everything. That means the perfect run, all stars, all collected 2 separate times. One for the review and another for my entire YouTube playthrough. I was that dedicated to Super Mario Galaxy 2. This game is one of the most goated video game experiences I ever played, other than Galaxy 1. Galaxy 1's also a really good game, but we don't have that anymore, so that's sad, but we don't have that anymore, because I gave my... As you guys noticed, I don't have my Switch anymore, so I don't have my entire Switch library anymore, so that's something. But Super Mario Galaxy 2, one of the greatest games of all time. Let me show you that case again. It's great. I know Nintendo has the Switch 2 version, but every time I want to go back and play Galaxy, I'm always playing my original Wii version. Sorry, but I'm not going to go out and spend $70 playing Galaxy 2 again. Sorry, Nintendo. I'm not going to give you that. Wii Sports. This game and I have a fucking history because of the simple fact, by the way, there's supposed to be a manual here. I don't know why there isn't, but the game is right here. And if you guys remember, this is one of the few Wii games that would come in into this little packaging. This was the packing game for the Wii. I got this game because I was searching for it because I wanted to relive the days. A lot of people called me a poof clone when I played Wii Sports and when I would scream on it, rage on it and stuff, because like some of the sports in here doing the training games are absolute BS for the platinums and stuff. And also just playing some of the sports themselves and trying to get the pro class in those are also bullshit. But sadly, after Wii Sports, you know, I don't have Resort anymore either, so I can't show that off, or the Switch one. So this is all I have left, and I hardly play this game anymore. I don't even get on just to have fun anymore. I just kind of keep it around as like a memory of, yeah, you played Wii Sports back in 2025. You got the game. I also broke my original copy of this because of rage, but I got it back due to another YouTube payment. And, you know, I wanted to see how far I can go, and 19 Wii Sports episodes later, that's how far I could go. Sonic and the Secret Rings. This is also another game that I got twice. I got the first copy of this, I got from Zia Records. When I said, yo, Louis, can I have like 12 bucks? I'm going to go down, see what I can get from Zia Records, get a new game to play on the channel. And I got Sonic and the Secret Rings because I was always kind of curious after a while, because you guys know my love for Black Knight that's coming up next. I wanted to play the other one, Sonic and the Secret Rings, because I never played it before. Or other than like the mini games that I played at Nick's house, that one time, that was my only experience with Sonic and the Secret Rings. And I said this game sucked afterwards and never decided to play it or never asked my mom and dad for it or anything like that. I just kind of stuck with Black Knight. But I finally sat and played it. I have an entire playthrough of Sonic and the Secret Rings in my Sonic gameplay / playthroughs playlist of official Sonic media and official Sonic games. So that is something, right? And I'm very mixed on this game because I broke my first copy due to horrible level design and horrible stuff. But then after multiple YouTube payments later, or not multiple YouTube payments, multiple months waiting for another YouTube payment to come in, I spent another $5, $10, $12 for, or actually no, it was actually like $8 for Sonic and the Secret Rings, again from Zia Records, because I was like, no, I'm going to come back to this game, I'm going to beat it, regardless of how I feel, I'm going to come back and beat this game because I at least want to have a full take on Sonic and the Secret Rings, which is why I did a re-experience video with Sonic and the Secret Rings, funnily enough. But yeah, Sonic and the Secret Rings, it's a very messy game, but I'm glad I came back and played it. Sonic and the Black Knight, my brother and I lost our original copy because Dad one day told us to throw all of our old shit out, all of our old Wii stuff out, whatever you want to keep, you keep, or whatever you throw away, you throw away. And one of those games was my original copy of Sonic and the Black Knight from all those years ago. And I mean from all those years ago, meaning I had a Sonic and the Black Knight copy that was from the early 2000s that is now gone. But my brother found this used copy. I think it was from Games. I can't remember where it was from. Ew, what the heck is in here, dude? Get all this stuff out. I apologize. Dude, freaking stuff in my case. There's literal stuff in my case. Oh, I don't want to break it, but look. Because I got a roach problem, right? So I really pray that my Sonic and the Black Knight still works. That is going to bother me. Because what I would do on Sonic and the Black Knight is I would go up and fight Merlina / Lancelot Return Shadow all the time. They were my favorite bosses in that game. The final boss and the secret boss in there. Great times. But anyways, my bad. Sorry. I didn't know there was some literal stuff in my case. But Sonic and the Black Knight was one of my favorite Wii games of all time. Mainly because of the fact that I love the way it controlled. The music was so good. Everything in Sonic and the Black Knight was good to me. I didn't give a fuck about the motion and how you could only move forward and stuff. I just loved the fact that Sonic wielded a sword and kicked ass. That made Sonic and the Black Knight one of my childhood favorites, man. And I would always go back to this game to fight Merlina and Merlina and Lancelot, like Lancelot Returns, like the second secret fight. I kind of wish Sonic and the Black Knight had more secret fights, to be honest with you. More secret bosses. I would have done them. But anyways, other than Sonic and the Black Knight, we have Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion, this is also another one of those games that I have been playing since I was 5 to 6 years old. So this is one of my first ever Nintendo games. I still remember the first time I got this copy. This is a different copy. This is the copy I got from, where is it? I think it was, not Zia Records, but it was the other place. I can't remember the other place's name, but it was another gaming location I got Luigi's Mansion all over again from. Or maybe I got it from Walmart or something. I don't fucking remember. No! Fallout Games. Fallout Games where I got Luigi's Mansion. But anyways, so my first copy I got when I was 6 years old because my dad took me to GameStop all the way back in early 2000s and told me to pick out a game. I picked out Luigi's Mansion, and this game became me and Louie's one of our... I'm going to play this right after this, I think, actually, to be honest with you. Luigi's Mansion deserves to be played for all time. But I played this, and I fell in love with
I mean this. I seriously fell in love with Luigi's Mansion. I was so scared of some bits. I had my brother do them, but over the many years of playing this game, I've beaten this game so many times. I've 100%ed it on YouTube for you guys. I even have a full playthrough, my Mario gameplays, playthroughs, playlist of Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion 1 is it's one of my favorite Mario games of all fucking time, and there is nothing nobody can do to change that. And honestly, I'm very upset Nintendo never came back and actually gave us, like, a proper Luigi's Mansion 1 sequel. Don't get me wrong, I like Luigi's... Oh, no, I don't like Luigi's Mansion 2. I like Luigi's Mansion 3, but they're never the same as the first game for me. The first game was always the best Luigi's Mansion of all time. Now, before I show you the last game, I kind of want to talk about my Wiimotes. I kind of want to show off my Wiimotes and stuff for a second. My lore / my history with Wiimotes, as you can see. My brother got me a GameCube controller because I needed them to play Luigi's Mansion, so that's where the GameCube controller comes from. God, holding a GameCube controller, and it even smells like GameCube, so it even has that smell to it. I even have some more nunchucks in there, too. Even a black nunchuck, which is really cool. All that stuff is nice, so that's nice. So I got all that controller stuff, you know, all that cool controller stuff. Oh yeah, I even have my PS5 controller. Since it's still the video game section, I can still show that off, I guess. I even have a couple of Wii straps and Wii little things. I have them in bags because I don't want them getting separated and being messy in the dresser and stuff. So that's something I want to show off too. So my last game I have for today, I think other than maybe a couple PS1 games in the thing, I'm going to have to try and pull them out. I don't want to waste too much time, is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Now, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat is a video game I've always wanted to play. I remember my brother and I kept watching like YouTube videos about Donkey Kong Jungle Beat bosses and how they fought, and I remember seeing how they fought, like, in this Punch-Out, like, style and stuff, like, DK fighting all these cool new Kongs that I've never seen in another game before, and, like, the level design and all that other sort of stuff. I thought this was going to be the coolest game on the planet. It ended up being one of my favorite Donkey Kong games on the planet. Though I am not going to lie, how you unlock some of the secret worlds and stuff, like the in-between worlds and 100%ing the game is not worth it in my opinion. I can't do it. But... And also, the boss fights are kind of lame that aren't the Kongs because they just end up being repeats. Not a fan of that, too. I have a whole review and a whole playthrough of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat Wii version in my Donkey Kong gameplays and playthroughs playlist. So, check that out when you have some time. But I love this game. When Louis got it for me, I'm very appreciative and thankful Louis got it for me because this is one of the Donkey Kong games I've always wanted to play. I've always wanted to check out. And Louis allowed me to live my dreams of checking that out. So that is literally all my games, and that I can show you because Louis has a ton of games, you know, on his side, like Darksiders 2, Undertale, all that good stuff. But I gotta put this stuff away. So let us go over to our... Well, first, what I'm going to show you is some books. So let's move on to the book segment. Here, let me go ahead and quickly put all this stuff away. Oh god, I have so much stuff, it's crazy, in my stuff for Wii. So let's go on to books. So the first bit of books I'm going to show off for a second. Sorry for my messy room. This isn't a perfect video. Is I want to show you some of my Dragon Ball manga books that I've gotten over the years. So my brother, I mainly use this because I used to live stream videos on it, like my gameplays, record my screen up there with it. But I have, like, my brother bought the entirety of Dragon Ball Z, like the section of Dragon Ball Z, from, I think, the Raditz Saga all the way down. But these ones I want to show you here because of, you know, they're always right there. And let us move on to the other books. So we have all my books in the bottom dresser. Yes, my brother has some hoodies, like a Luna hoodie, an Aaron hoodie, and a Green Arrow entire fit. He also has like a Goku black fit back there, so there's something for hoodies. I also have some cool hoodies. I have my oldest hoodie, or not one of my cooler hoodies. I guess I can show off hoodies. I also have a Kill la Kill one and other things, but they're all dirty as fuck right now, so I can't show them. Anyways, you Oxford shirt, that's Pete. And I got a few Mario shirts and stuff. If we're gonna go into clothes. But here we go. Let me show you guys some stuff. Let me pull out some books, because there's some info in here that I probably should not show. So, yeah, that's something. Okay. Anyway, so my brother has a Five Nights at Freddy's. I think this is one of the novels, like the Fourth Closet kind of book right here, as you can see. My brother, like, for a little bit, was collecting Bleach manga. Surprisingly, yeah, before me, he was collecting Bleach manga, which is weird. It's weird to think about, but he has a couple of these Bleach manga things, though I read the manga way before him, so he can, yeah, I held a Bleach manga book for him, so it don't matter. And read one before him, so he can collect them all he wants. I just know, that I read these first. Anyways, yeah, so my brother has some Bleach stuff in here, some Bleach, which is really cool. I like the time that he collected a little bit of Bleach books, so that's cool. We also have some, I also bought him Resident Evil because he loves Resident Evil. Resident Evil Degeneration movie. This is the time before I was making any sort of payments on YouTube, and I kind of went out with whatever chump change I had, which was like about $5. And I bought him this cool movie for about his birthday gift, an early birthday gift for him one year. And he loved it. He appreciated it. I also have, like, the digitally remastered Season 9 of Dragon Ball Z. That's also really cool. We also have Final Fantasy Advent Children. Like, we legit have the entire Advent Children movie. I guess my case is breaking, and the case went out. Oh, my God. Disc 1. See, Disc 1 and Disc 2. They did the 2-disc, like, get it, like the FF game. That's cool. Freak, why the freak did that fall out? Oh my god, also I realized the case popping thing in this is legit broken. It doesn't even stay... Okay, well, that's something I did not know. Okay. But anyways, so other than that, my brother got me Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan movie at Zia Records. Zia Records has a lot of stuff that, you know, I want, and that's how you know this is old, because they're recommending Yu Yu Hakusho. Another goated anime, which I need to buy movies for and stuff, of the seasons and stuff, so I can just have it. But, yeah, my brother just went to Zia Records and said, one day, man, I'm gonna get you the Broly movie, man, because I know how much you love Z Broly, because Z Broly is the GOAT. And he's one of the coolest characters of all time in Dragon Ball Z. Don't change my freaking mind. Yep, I'm one of those rare few. But anyways, here comes some more Dragon Ball manga my brother has. This is the first, I think, issue, or third issue of the Dragon Ball manga. And then here is the second and first manga bits for Dragon Ball Z, as you guys can see. So there goes those. Also, my brother is a big Legend of Zelda guy. So he has been reading the Ocarina of Time manga. I made my experience off the Ocarina of Time manga a long time ago. And then he also has the Majora's Mask book right here. So this is really, really cool. As you can see, both Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time books. This guy is lucky, man, to have these Zelda books. We've been taking good care of these, too, on top of that. So don't worry, they're not being mistreated or anything like that. My brother also is a big freaking Ruby fan. He has all four. He has the Book of Ruby, the Book of Weiss, his freaking waifu. We also have the Book of Blake. I remember I went out and bought like one or two of these for Louis, because I found out, because I asked him for some chump change, just for some money to go out to Zia Records, and hey, you want something cool? Let me go to Zia Records real quick and buy you some of these. And Louis like, yes, I want the Ruby stuff. And I'm like, okay, dude, you know, you gotta relax a little bit. Like, okay, I understand. I understand the objective. And then here we have seasons 1 of 3 of Blu-ray Dragon Ball Z, all the way up to 4, 5, and 6 of Dragon Ball Z right here. Check this out right here. Nice stuff, huh? Nice stuff, huh? Good stuff right here. So we have all that cool stuff, all that cool shit, all that cool stuff, you know, all that cool stuff. Got all those movies, got all that stuff right there. All this stuff is really cool, man, that Louis has and stuff. It's really cool. I'm probably going to stack them in a completely different way this time, but yeah, this is all cool stuff, man. And we're not done yet, because other than all that, I think I have more books. Probably have some more books in here, like a Zelda, like a giant ass. You know what? We're going to pull it out. We're going to pull out the stuff in the red bin. This is kind of like the book / miscellaneous section. I don't know where I'm going to put the PS3, though. I need to be careful with it. PS3, you see that? That's our PS3 in the flesh. Also, another thing we have that is One Piece related. This is kind of miscellaneous, but other than the books, I also have a Zoro sword. So that's something from One Piece. Our neighbor downstairs gave it to us because he didn't want it anymore. So I was like, okay, I bet. So the red bin, like I said, is filled with a lot of random stuff. Alright. So we got a few. Oh, there is colored freaking stuff in here. Oh, hey, little bit. Louis. Man, fuck that guy, man. Okay, I'm gonna steal this because there's colored pencils everywhere in here. Alright, but anyways, my bad. I got a little off guard. Completely forgot about that. But I got some colored pencils, even a better sharpener in here. Hey, I can draw up the ass with this. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna keep that out. We also got tons of Legos in here, like tons of little minifigures, golf balls, random stuff. Other junk in this little baggie right here. My brother also has a Weiss Funko Pop figure. So that's something. I don't know if I want to take everything out here out. My brother's got a little Meta Runner thing. I think this came with his Tari plush with some lore on the back about Tari. My brother also bought Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for some reason. This also happened. Oh, I'm not going to show that. But my brother got this cool little Flash poster. Oh, Flash! Yeah, that CW show fucking sucked. But we won't talk about that. My brother also has a little Meta Runner book. So check that out. My brother's got some Meta Runner stuff in there. I think he still has his giant Flash book. I could be wrong. No, he does not. Oh, but he does have these cool little Dragon Ball cards that you get for getting the crazy pack for the Dragon Ball Fighters thing years ago. Check that out. That's some cool stuff. Still have these in 2025. I have all this stuff. I'm surprised Louis still had all this. Also, Louis does have tons and tons of other stuff in here. Like, for example, like the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia. Yep, he has the entire Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia book right here. That goes from page 1 of Zelda 1. Holy shit, all this. Jeez Louise. And I think it goes all the way until... Oh my god! Yeah, it talks about all the games up to that point in the book, and it's such a big book. I don't know how Louis does it, but he has this. And then he also has the entirety of the Twilight Princess manga in little book forms, because he bought all the Twilight Princess... Oh, whoops, I'm showing the backside. All the Twilight Princess manga books. I think I did speed read the Twilight Princess books, since Louis is a big Twilight Princess, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess fan. He played the entire game. I tried to play the game too. It's on my channel too. But obviously I failed. But we won't talk about that all that much. And yeah, that's some cool stuff in the red bin. I didn't know all this shit was in the red bin. Now I know. The more you know, right? Oh, whoops, let me try to close this now. And now we're going to get to the last part of the video. This is a little bit of a messy, sort of, semi-review thing, but we make it move. We make it work. Okay. Let me put my PS3 back before I start showing all this stuff off. Okay. So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. The crayon I'm going to leave on the floor for a second. Let me see if I can find my old poster. Oh, also there is some other stuff in here that I forgot to show off. Like, for example, I forgot to show off our Parasite Eve 2 PS1 game copy that doesn't work. So that happened. Also, okay, let's go to our posters. Also, random miscellaneous, but Louis got a little fairy tale thing right here. Little thing. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about our posters. So, the first poster I'd like to talk about is me and Louis actually took down the Ryuko poster I had for 10, 11, 12 years straight right here. You would see it in most of my videos, and it would be something that I really liked. I still have it. I don't know where it is, actually, to be honest. I gotta ask Louis about it. Hey, whatever happened to this poster? Where'd you put that? Where? Where? Where, Louis? I don't... In the closet? Yeah, the Ryuko Matoi one. Where in the closet? Really? Because I didn't see it when passing up in here. Did you put it underneath something? What'd you put underneath? I'm on stream here. I'm doing a toy review thing. But, yeah, but I can't find it in here. By the way, check this shit out. Multiple colored crayons and pencils. So you don't need to go and buy it. I have all that stuff. I just need a new drawing pad. Anyways, well, we had a Ryuko poster. Don't know where it's at. Don't want to waste too much time. Okay, on some nonsense. Okay, so, but anyways, other than that, I have my Luffy poster right here. This is a great poster right here. I thought this one was really cool. I didn't think about this one, but yeah, that happened. Which, I can't remember what year I got this, but I think my dad got me this one. My dad got me a lot of these posters, or some of these posters. But yeah, this one was cool. Then my brother got me this Super Mario one from Zia Records. He just came home one day and said, "Brother, close your eyes." Like he is right now, his eyes closed. And I closed them and opened them, and he got me this Super Mario poster that you see in every single video when I'm sitting in that chair. So you see that poster. I still haven't opened it because I want to leave it in its little plastic thing so it can protect it from damage and all that other sort of stuff. The story about this Lay's chip bag is that Dad got this random duck flavor a couple years back. We still haven't taken it down yet. We gave it a pin. My brother gave me this Naruto one. He just came, I think, from Zia Records or the poster store or something like that. And he gave me the Naruto one. I thought this was one of the coolest ones, to be honest. I definitely need one for Undertale. I might have to look for something that is from Undertale or Deltarune or something like that. So that would be something. And then this One Piece wall scroll my dad got me many, many years ago. And I've always kept it since when I was a really big One Piece fanatic. My dad just said, "Here's a wall scroll of One Piece. Here, take it or leave it." And it's one of the coolest things ever. So, that's dope. Anyways, other than that, we can circle all the way back around and look at our Broly poster. So this is Super Saiyan God, or Legendary Super Saiyan God Broly, or God Broly, that me and Louis went to the poster store and actually found. And Louis was like, "Bro, you need one of Z Broly, bro. I don't care what form." And I was like, "Bet, dude, I'll take God Broly any goddamn day." That form is barely shown off in like DBS Heroes or any media. So it's cool that I have this because it kind of shows that, yeah, God Broly did exist at a point, and he had crazy power that he was as strong as the Super Saiyan Blues and shit. But no one knows about this Broly anymore in terms of forms. This is one of my brother's first wall scrolls too, because if I got One Piece, my brother got Dragon Ball as a wall scroll. And I think my dad also got Louis this one too. So that's something. Oh, and the little Supreme Goku thing. This is kind of funny to have too, as you can see as it switches and stuff. But that also happened down there. This one happened because Dad got Louis this. I think my brother bought the FNAF one and the Zelda one here and the Demon Slayer one here. He should take that one down. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he bought like all 3 of these posters because he's all up in posters. I really should get a new poster, huh? Man, I should get a new one. I should get a new one. I should get a new one about Undertale or Deltarune. That would be sick to have one of those. But yeah, other than those, my brother does have a poster of Cat Blanc over there and shit, which is cool. And other than the Cat Blanc poster, oh, I have the American flag that my dad just came in and put in our room right here. And other than that, that's it, man. That's Arekkusu TM's 2025 room tour. Not room tour, but 2025 collection. I know we don't have my Switch anymore, so we don't have my Switch library. There's a lot of Wii games that I don't have anymore, so that's why I didn't show them off in this video, or a lot of PS5 games that I don't have anymore. So that happened, and yeah, I know there was a lot of stuff I showed off in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share the video with your friends. Let me know if I should really improve what I have for 2026 so I can show off some new things, because there was a lot of new things in this video, but there was also a lot of retread stuff. I get that, but hey, these videos are supposed to be once in a while type of videos, and yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share the video with your friends, and thank you to whoever just gifted me 500 bits, which is basically $5. So thank you for the $5 tip. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. My membership's also in the description if you want to join that, or you can send super chats, so stuff like this can happen a little bit more often. Anyways, see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Toodles. Oh, and